Hello again from Wacken, and now there's two of the Truckfighters here with me. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right.
And as I said before the interview, what I really like to know from you is something about your sound. What is important to you when you're writing music, and where does your music come from?
Well, I think it's very important to do our own thing, find our own sound, and find kind of challenges in what we do, and don't do the same thing, exactly the same thing as the record before, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And what's important to you when you consider sound of your band?
I'm not sure. Trying to evolve all the time. Trying to not change too much, but trying to do something new, like refreshing, so you don't get stuck into the same pattern all over again.
So there's a lot of experimenting?
Not really, just a little bit.
I think it's more like, we have our core sound, but then we do a little bit small differences every time to make it be a bit organic and nice, you know.
Mm-hmm. But there was a certain way to get to your core sound, of course, right? It takes a while to find it, or you found it straight away?
I don't know. Well, when we write music, if we talk about more like the process of writing, some songs goes quicker than others. Last album we had one song that we changed things on 2 or 3 years after we wrote it.
Oh yeah.
So it's different.
Sometimes songs need to grow a little bit before you can. We had songs that we had for several years, but we couldn't nail it. We had to
It wasn't finished.
No, but we didn't know what to do to finish it. But suddenly, something just let's do it like this.
Okay. You just left it somewhere and you said probably the problem's gonna be solved.
Yeah,
And then
sort of.
and sometimes it needs to ripe like wine, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And talking about genres, you're probably considered stoner rock.
Yeah, a little bit, or used to consider at least.
But it's always hard to say what genre exactly you are, right? So you cannot just put it into a box. It's impossible, right?
Yeah. I think you can say we play a little bit more progressive rock with fuzz.
And how did you start out with your instruments?
I actually started playing guitar. My cousin taught me House of the Rising Sun. That was the first song.
like a lot of people starting out with that, I guess.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because I started playing bass for 1 year, and then I started playing guitar. And Oscar played guitar, and then when we started the band, he got the bass and I took the guitar.
Okay. So, but you can just switch within a concert?
No, not really.
Not anymore.
No.
And there's this metal battle going on here at Wacken. So there's a band contest in every country, and the winner is coming here. What do you think about band contests?
I think it's both. It's good, but it's still not something you can build a career on. You need to find your sound, find your thing, and then grow the audience by yourself.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's good that they try to get some attention to small bands.
Yeah. But still there is some work the band has to do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that every way where it can be like a possibility for an unknown band to play is good, because it's so hard for new bands to get shows. But the band contest in itself, I don't know if that's the coolest thing.
Yeah.
I really hate this kind of TV shows with commercial contests. That's like the worst that exists ever. So.
Yeah. And there's a difference between being critical and helping people with being critical, or just criticizing for making fun of people. That's not the way it should be, right? So, and you have a new record now, or are you planning to do a new record?
Yeah, absolutely. Someday. We're actually planning on trying to get something out next year.
Oh, okay.
So we started the process, writing songs, Spending some time in the studio and all
Probably something pops up that you left lying somewhere and...
that. Not really. This time we kind of just wrote a bunch of songs from scratch, almost.
And what are these about?
We don't know yet. Fuzz.
Okay. Ah. But it's something to do with your feelings, of course.
It all starts with the music, and then so I don't know. You can't tell that much about that stuff through the music.
I mean, music is feelings, like in music. So it's kind of everything is related, and it's a kind of just a way of expressing how you feel, and at that time, I guess. Get some kind of mood out of your body.
And then it's in the music.
Yeah.
And I have a special question I wondered about earlier, and that is, what defines an artist? Is it like somebody saying this is art or this is an artist or not, or does it come from yourself? Or?
I think an artist is someone who expresses something. I don't consider artists who copy other artists to be an artist, like a cover band, for an example. But I consider people who does something from themselves.
People who are creative and actually create something. It doesn't matter if it's music or art or whatever, poetry. But if it comes from inside, and you just, let your mind go free and you do things.
And is there anything else you would like to say to your fans, or anything you want to add? That's one of the best messages I ever had. And what about you? Okay, so all I can say at the end of this interview is thank you.
Thanks.